Yeah, first of all, maybe it's just worth describing how we describe cloud computing. So cloud computing for us is the availability of IT resources over the internet, where customers can access it and pay for it as you go and scale infinitely, and use services such as compute, storage, networking, database, and many other services, and pay for them on demand.
How do you see cloud computing is contributing to our exponential growth of tech right now?
I think cloud computing is a fundamental enabler for society growth, for GDP growth across Southeast Asia, and obviously for the big shift we're seeing with the emergence of startups across every conceivable industry vector, as well as industries being transformed as a result of embracing this new age cloud computing capabilities such as IoT, machine learning, analytics, and so on.
Okay, speaking of the economical benefits from this cloud computing for the business, how do you see exactly?
The economic benefits. So I think you can kind of describe them in a few different areas, right? The first reason that I think customers typically come to the cloud is for cost savings. So we have been around since 2006 as AWS, and since our formation, we have reduced our prices 80 times. And so getting access to those real-time cost savings is a really big driver for customers. I think the second big driver is this ability to go global immediately. So we have organizations such as Traveloka here in Indonesia who've built their entire business off AWS. We have AWS regions, which is physical data centers in 22 locations around the world. And so having access to that global network is a really, really big positive. The third big thing I see is this whole idea of agility. And organizations now have this option where they can try different business models and they can scale quickly. And if it's working, they can really double down on that. And if it's not working, they can turn it off really quickly without having those big sunk capital costs that they've had in the past. And probably the final one I would say is this whole idea of the pace of innovation. So we launched over 2,000 new features or new services in 2019, and getting access to that in real time is again a huge big plus for customers. And it also allows companies to use their people to do things like innovate and build on behalf of their customers, and allows AWS to look after the undifferentiated heavy lifting associated with managing their infrastructure.
Okay, interesting. What are the emerging technologies in cloud computing that is widely adopted by startup or corporates nowadays?
Yeah, I think there's a few. I think one obvious one is machine learning and artificial intelligence. So I think in the fullness of time over the next few years, almost every application that is in operation in the world will have some degree of machine learning and artificial intelligence built into it. We believe we're at the really early stages of that shift. But we also believe in this whole concept of democratizing it. So our machine learning capability is broken into three tiers, and our focus is making sure that we get machine learning capability into the hands of all customers. For example, Happy Fresh, which is an online groceries marketplace in Indonesia, uses Amazon SageMaker to do personalization and to automate their ability to offer personalized offers to their consumers.